So now I would like to do one of my favorite energy management, stress management practices, which is simply making energy balls using the bodies and the cosmoses and the planet's subtle energies, bringing them all together into an energy ball between the hands, and then in time deciding what to do with it, because we can't leave these things laying around. Somebody will fall over them. We don't want that to happen. So, if you're not in a comfortable seated position, please get into one now and just begin to take a few deep breaths on your own. If you've practiced the paradoxical breathing of pulling the abdomen in that we've discussed and practiced a little bit on previous videos, please go ahead and do that. Otherwise, just take a few comfortable deep breaths in whatever manner is familiar to you, and just begin to relax while having the body aligned so that the head is resting easily on the neck, the shoulders are back, not rounded, so that the head, the spine, the tailbone are nicely aligned. Okay, and if your feet are on the floor, you can put them flat on the floor. If you're sitting cross-legged, as I am, then you will have your tailbone, perineum on either the floor or the chair. Whatever's comfortable with you. But what we're going to do, and as you breathe in, which is you're breathing in this oxygen energy, chi, ki, prana, pulling that energy in from the top of the head all the way down to the base of the spine, as well as pulling it up from the planet, from the earth, collecting all of this at the lower abdomen, okay, the body's center, and then as we hold our breath, allowing that energy to actually collect, and then consciously allowing it to come up into the heart space, the chest. Then as we exhale, it'll go out the arms, the forearms, the wrists, the hands. As you work this energy together, as if you're packing a snowball together, working it, collecting it, feeling that manifest. So just take another breath on your own, and then we'll go ahead and start together. So with that, or with the last inhalation that you have done or that you're doing, allow that energy now to store and collect in your abdomen. Now allow it to rise up as you hold your breath. And now as you exhale, channeling that energy out your arms, forearms, wrists, and hands, beginning to work it together as we talked about just a little while ago. You can do this with your eyes open, with your eyes closed. So when you inhale again, inhale consciously pulling energy up from the planet as well as from above, allowing that energy to collect, pull, circulate the lower abdomen, then holding it there for a while, holding your breath. As you hold your breath, allow it to rise again up to your heart space, channeling it again out your arms, forearms, wrists, and hands, packing this together. Now in time, if you don't feel it yet, you'll probably feel like a sponginess or resistance or current flowing through your hands. Our hands are like natural jumper cables, pulsing energy through them. So just keep working that for a moment, okay? Sensing into it. Pulling in even more energy from the crown, more energy from the earth, allowing even more energy to collect in the abdomen, holding your breath momentarily as you allow it to rise and out your arms, forearms, wrist, and hands, turning the amplitude of the energy coming out your hands as if you were turning up the water on a fire hose so that you're really just blasting it out there. Okay? This is not necessarily a timid energy ball that we're making it. It's friendly, but it's not timid. Okay, so keep working it, working it, working it. And as you do, begin to sense its quality in terms of what you're supposed to do. We can't leave these laying around. So some of the choices are you can gift it to the planet, pushing it away, into the floor, into the ground. You can give it to a plant rather than the planet. You can give it to a pet, give it to somebody else. You can give it to yourself. Sometimes this energy between our hands is something that we need to release to help mitigate stress. And by releasing it, we actually increase the flow of energy. Okay? Sometimes we can, or we need to take it, and we can push it into our abdomen, our heart space, the throat, face, forehead, wherever it is that you would like to put it, almost gifting yourself with it. Or if there's an area of pain or stress, you can push it into that. As you keep working these energy balls, before we release it, now look between your hands and even put more energy between it by allowing energy to come at your forehead, your brow, between your hands. So now this energy is coming from your hands and your forehead. Again, turning that volume up. Some of you probably see this. Okay, just working it, working it, working it. I've done this with students in my classes, and I've had them get 20 or 30 feet apart away from one another with their hands up towards one another, and that current is just so palpable between them. They're just amazed that they can be that far apart and feel it. And actually, I am too. It's fun to walk between them, that energy current, and just feeling the different flows between a couple of different people, or a whole class full of people, and just going back and forth and sensing it. It's really kind of fun. So you can do this with your kids. Kids really enjoy doing this. I enjoy doing this. Hopefully you enjoy doing this. So now at this point, decide what to do with all of this energy. Pack it into the planet, pushing it through your chair, the floor, push it in anywhere into your body, giving it to a plant, as I said, or a pet, if they're nearby. Okay. And just go ahead and let that go. And now feel into any changes in your mind-body state. How just doing this simple exercise, if it's allowed you to feel any changes, any transformation. I get into a relaxed, alert state, which I've mentioned before, of where we're trying to, or not even trying, it's that we're experiencing and co-creating, in many cases, a higher state of energy. Now, I don't want to tell you what it is you might be feeling, but I am just trying to share some other perceptions. Okay? So this relaxed, alert state, and as I've mentioned before, the purpose of all these practices that I do, the meditations that I try to share with you, is really designed with the ultimate purpose of taking right action. Okay? And I'm going to just briefly now begin to discuss subsequent class that I'll be teaching soon, which I plan to begin to offer on April the 21st. And I've mentioned this briefly before, 7-module meditation human energy class. And the ultimate purpose of it really is to help us become our hero on our own hero's journey. So yes, it's a stress mastery leading to self-mastery course. But that self-mastery, another way of putting it is how I just did, is just becoming our hero on our own hero's journey. And through that, we tend to not only be able to take right action, but that right action is a product of, as well as a prelude to, right relationship. So that's what we're getting at. Stress mastery leads to self-mastery with the overall goal of becoming our hero on our own hero's journey, and then being able to share that in such a way with others where we just have a lot more fun, because there's a lot less stress. And as I've mentioned before, when we reduce our stress, the quantity and quality of energy that we have available greatly increases. So anyway, in the next video, which will be coming out soon, I'll just go over the aspects of that course a little bit more thoroughly. Let you know how to contact me, get involved with it. As I've mentioned before, this is a class that I'm doing at absolutely no cost, or people can make a donation, doesn't matter. Be all the same. It's just my way of attempting to give back during this time of challenge that many of us are facing, and kind of what I have to share. So I will let things go with that, and see you soon in the next video. If you have any comments or questions about any of the videos that we've done recently, please email me at migratoryanimal, all one word, migratoryanimal@gmail.com, or if you see this video on YouTube, you can leave a comment there. So, thank you very much. Have a good one, and I look forward to talking with you later. Bye-bye.